This is one of sport's great proving grounds, a gateway to glory where heroes are made. 30 tournaments spanning 18 countries on 3 continents. It's a 10-month campaign to determine the very brightest prospects in golf.
Oh, and he is right into this. Brilliant. That could just have sealed his promotion. What a way to do it.
Along the way, a chance for the class of 2022 to expand horizons and sample life on tour.
Welcome to my messy home this week here.
I love the food, I love the wine.
Finish the season in the top 20 on the Road to Mallorca rankings and secure a golden ticket to the DP World Tour. That's the dream shared by all who compete on the Challenge Tour. The Great Wall of China, the Eiffel Tower, Mount Kilimanjaro. Just some of the sights our members may take in between now and November. For the time being, it's South Africa that provides our setting, and no one is complaining. From Cape Town, last week's destination, we've journeyed across the Rainbow Nation to Durban, backdrop to the Jonsson Workwear Open.
It's quite pleasant after the sort of wind and the dry heat last week in Cape Town. It's nice to experience something different.
Never been here before, and obviously just getting in here yesterday afternoon and coming and seeing the course today, it looks amazing. It looks really good.
As with last week, hosting duties are split between 2 venues, Durban Country Club and Mount Edgecombe Country Club. The twin locations separated by 10 miles of sandy coastline and both highly susceptible to the whim of Mother Nature.
They can expect 2 really, really awesome condition golf courses. It's going to be a fun week with probably a little bit of low scoring depending on how much the wind gets up.
It looks quite different. Sort of obviously the plant life here seems quite bushy, and the fairways seem a lot more lined than last week in Cape Town. Course looks well manicured, and the fringes look as quick as most greens, so it should be good fun.
A veteran in our ranks, Ross Mcgowan has tasted victory 3 times before at this level. Not to mention twice on the DP World Tour, most recently at the Italian Open back in 2020.
Has he? He has! What a putt that is. Ross Mcgowan wins the 77th edition of the Italian Open.
He's yet to threaten in 2022, however, unlike last week's 3rd place finisher Tom McKibben.
A lot of positives from last week, and with a chance to win, which was nice, and hopefully trying to do that more this year, which would be good. But yeah, last week was great and gives me a bit of confidence going forward.
That debut performance served as a strong start to the season indeed. The young Ulsterman straight into 7th place on the Road to Mallorca rankings. A list spearheaded, as common sense would dictate, by our 2 tournament winners so far, JC Ritchie and Alex Knapper. Come November, the top 45 will be invited to compete at the Rolex Grand Final, after which just the top 20 will secure playing rights on next season's DP World Tour. The incumbents of positions 11 through 20, therefore, well aware their places are precarious to say the least. On the line this week in Durban, a prize fund of $250,000 US. It's jackpot enough to launch this week's winner into the top 5 overall. Plenty on the line then, as we cross to our man on the ground, Kit Alexander.
6:50 a.m. local time, and we are up and running in the Jonsson Workwear Open, courtesy of Andre Nell at Durban Country Club. Over on the other course at Mount Edgecombe, Tom McKibben here. His approach into the 9th, his 18th hole, 4 under par at the moment, so carrying his good form from last week into the opening round. And another excellent tee shot there. Ritchie now, last week's winner, currently 4 under par. It's his birthday today. He's already had a hole in one on the 2nd. What a present that is. Not quite to be for birdie there, but he stays at 4 under par. Already a very memorable birthday. Can Mcgowan take advantage of that excellent tee shot, finish out with a birdie here? Well, it never looked anywhere else, did it? And the 19-year-old Northern Irishman gets into the clubhouse on 5 under par. JB Kruger at Mount Edgecombe, a winner 10 years ago on the DP World Tour. He's 2 under right now. But that's a super approach, so every chance that he can convert that and go to 3 under par. Rupert Kaminski is the man in charge out on the course, 7 under par already, 7 birdies, no bogeys. This chance to get to 8 under par at the 9th, his final hole. Just a little light for pace. Fantastic round of golf though for Kaminski, and well, they say look good, play good. He is living up to that today. And that tap-in gets him in on 7 under par.
Well, Rupert Kaminski's clubhouse lead would prove short-lived, because last week's winner JC Ritchie caught fire down the closing stretch. An eagle and 3 birdies in his final 5 holes moved the birthday boy to the top of the pile after round 1. For most of our members, their time post-round is spent either practicing or relaxing back at the tournament hotel. For those seeking alternative ways to unwind, though, Durban may very well have the ideal solution.
I've been twice to South Africa, but mostly around Joburg. So many things to see, just so beautiful, great landscapes. And then here in Durban, both golf courses are good. You got the beach just next to it. I kind of need the ocean, so I'm enjoying it a lot. Durban is really well known for surf, and surf is a big part of my life, so it's pretty cool to have surf this afternoon. Well, I started like 5 or 6 years ago in Morocco. I wanted to try something new, and I remember like the first real wave I took, and then it's like golf. When you hit a good shot, just like you take the virus, and since that day I'm just really passionate about surf.
It's golf, not surfing, though, that brings Mathieu here this week. His Challenge Tour ticket stamped via a glittering 2021 season on the Pro Golf Tour, one of 4 developmental circuits spread around Europe.
My game is basically bombing it off the tee. That's how I like to play golf, and that's how I want to play golf. I have to make it my strength, as I have that advantage. Then I can be sharp around the greens, that's also my strength. But on the South Africa grass, I'm still learning, I would say. And irons play has become one of my strengths. So overall, on my own days, everything is getting at a great level, I would say. Mostly in tournaments, while I train, I need to be like precise and have like a scientist approach. But when I'm in tournaments, I just want to be myself, I just want to enjoy, I just want to feel shots. I just want to be really connected to my emotions on the course. I want to make it through the DP World Tour, but mostly I know that I have a daily basis stuff to do to achieve my goals. So I'm just focusing on that. I have a huge team around me helping me have the good focus. I know I'm playing much, much better. I'm enjoying myself on the course, so now it's all about enjoying it, basically. Nothing beats like half an hour of surf, even with small waves. So cool.
Well, back at the course, it was a week to forget for Mathieu, unfortunately. 2 under and a narrowly missed cut. However, for our tournament leader, a different story altogether, as Durban Country Club bore witness to one of the most dominant displays seen on the Challenge Tour in recent memory.
It's a brilliant golf course. I know what the golf course is capable of doing and know how good it can be when it's at its best.
Ritchie is cruising at 14 under par. He's already had 3 birdies and an eagle on the card today.
Managed to hit a lob wedge to a pretty decent spot on 6 and managed to roll in a nice putt. It was nice to eventually see one go in.
In it goes for Ritchie, and he moves to 15 under par.
I sort of go into my own little world I'm not really sure what I do there sometimes. It's a very quiet place in my head, so all I do is I go there and it feels like I'm playing golf with my eyes closed.
A great view for the approach on 7.
7, managed to hit a brilliant 8-iron in there to about 15 odd feet.
And that will be yet another birdie opportunity for our leader, JC Ritchie.
Again, managed to hold a very nice putt.
He can't help but find the cup, and it's 16 under par.
8 was special, probably one of the nicest drives I hit all day. We had perfect yardage for a nice 4-iron.
Taking aim at the par 5 in 2, it's a smooth swing. He finds the front edge of the green, and that is what's left for eagle.
Hit a perfect 4-iron to about 25 feet and managed to nail the putt.
JC Ritchie for eagle, and to really take this tournament by the scruff of the neck. In it goes. This is unbelievable stuff. 9 under par today, 18 under total.
And JC would remain at 18 under come close of play, 6 clear of a resurgent JB Kruger. At 6 under for the day, 12 under overall. He'll need plenty more of that if he's to catch our runaway leader.
I'm super chuffed. I hadn't played here much before. I think today was my 3rd round I ever played here. Yeah, I think for now it's just going to be eyes closed, head down, and just keep doing what I'm doing.
So JC, A-OK so far, and looking very good. Coming up, Alan John goes back to school.
If you want to achieve something, you go for it, no matter what challenges you face.
And we'll see if JC Ritchie can do the business and finish the job at the Jonsson Workwear Open. Welcome back to the Challenge Tour and to South Africa, where Durban provides the backdrop to event 3 of our season, the Jonsson Workwear Open. The opening 2 rounds have been jointly hosted by Durban Country Club and Mount Edgecombe Country Club, and the going has been good.
Both of the courses have been great. 2 different sort of styles, one sort of more American type golf, and this a bit more challenging, a lot sort of windier out here, and it's been really good.
Over the weekend, we're here at Durban Country Club and should make for an exciting finish.
Well, after 36 holes, the leaderboard is dominated by last week's winner, JC Ritchie. A target very much on his back as we cross to Kit Alexander, teeside at 4.
Chris Mivis, hot off a birdie on the par 5 3rd hole. This is tee shot on the par 3 4th. He's staring it down like he absolutely loves it. Hasn't taken his eyes off of it. And that is why. Superb approach from the Belgian. Mcgowan has this for eagle after 2 sumptuous shots. Oh, it just slides by on the low side. He will have to settle for a birdie, but that moves him to 10 under par. Mivis to convert after that excellent tee shot. That is back-to-back birdies. He finished 2nd last week, so we're seeing the players who performed well a week ago in Cape Town coming to the fore again this week. And this man right at the top of the pile, JC Ritchie, 24 under par. It's imperious. Another 6 birdies and no drop shots to this point in his 3rd round. And well, straight at the flagstick, and what an opportunity for birdie number 7. Mcgowan to finish up with a birdie on 18. Yes, in it drops. Another excellent day at the office for the Northern Irishman. And that sets the clubhouse lead at 15 under par. As you can see though, JC Ritchie, well, this drops and he is 10 ahead of the clubhouse lead as it stands. It's not been the day that JB Kruger would have wanted, 1 over par for today's round to this point, but he's got this for eagle on 18. It's tracking, he takes the step. Oh, in it goes, fist in the air. The crowd love it as well. So that moves Kruger to 13 under par, a nice way for him to finish. Is this the cherry on top for Ritchie? Oh no, birdie on 18, but a fantastic round. We can give him that for the par, I think. And that will set the lowest 54-hole score in Challenge Tour history. Incredible from the South African.
So there you have it, a record-breaking performance from JC Ritchie. It will take either a brave or a foolish man to bet against him, strolling home with the Jonsson Workwear title come Sunday. As the chasing pack quickly made for the range to try and find something special for the final day, another member of our class of 22 had something altogether different on his mind.
A little slower.
Germany's Alan John, gold medalist at the 2017 Deaf Olympics and one of the most popular men on tour.
I met the SADCA program in Cape Town 2 years ago. And so there were deaf kids following me after the round, and I was actually surprised to see deaf kids at the tournament. And so we got in contact, and so every time I went to Cape Town, I did like a clinic for the kids. And this year, unfortunately, I couldn't go to Cape Town. And then Lily, who's in charge of that, said, yeah, we have a school in Durban, so do you mind stopping by? And I said, absolutely not.
So close.
Normal people that hear, they use the feedback of the golf ball to the sound. So they say, oh, that sounded good, that sounded bad. I don't hear the difference. So I just say, okay, I feel it, because everything I do is purely based on feel. So when I play around with my friends and they say, oh, it sounded good or it sounded bad, I said, no, I just felt it.
A standout season in 2020 served up 3 top 10s in just 10 starts, vaulting Alan to 29th on the road to Mallorca rankings, which meant he was left just on the outside, looking in come graduation day.
Golf has given me so much because it's an individual sport, so you rely on yourself, you're not dependent on others. So everything you do basically is count yourself for it. And so I had a lot of good stuff happening through golf. You get to spend time in different countries, you go to different places all over the world. I mean, not many people are that fortunate, so you got to stay humble and enjoy and make the most out of it.
Do you guys have any questions for Alan?
I just try to be kind of a role model, try to set an example that disability doesn't have to hold you back in achieving your dreams and going the way you want to go.
You want to start with the short part to build confidence.
Disability is not like that it holds me back, it just gives me power, and you have to use that to overcome these and then go for it.
Don't go in the water. Leave the ball there.
So a great day out and a new fan club to boot. Alan will likely be the best supported man on course. Talking of which, Sunday morning and overcast conditions greet us for the final day of the Jonsson Workwear Open. And keeping an eye on the closing stages, Kit Alexander.
JC Ritchie 25 under par, starting the day with that incredible 10-stroke advantage. He's staring that tee shot down. He is ready for business today. Geraldo Magnus for birdie on the first of the par fives, the third. Yeah, the Icelander moves to 14 under par, the first man from his country to play in a major at the 2018 Open. Mivis with 6 feet to follow suit. And he goes to minus 15. Ross Mcgowan has found the greenside bunker in 2 here on the par 5 14th. Plays that really nicely. Oh, turn. Into the bottom of the hole. A magnificent eagle for Ross Mcgowan. 2-time DP World Tour winner. Moves to 14 under as well. Well, Ritchie dropped a shot at the 5th, his first bogey of the week. Can't take advantage of that great opportunity to get it back. So he will remain at 24 under, but Mivis gradually closing the gap. This for eagle. And he moves to 21 under par. Keenan David's a 6 under par for this point for his closing round. The birdie goes in on 18, a fist pump, 16 under par total. Well, Mivis did get to within 2. He bogeyed 17. Oh, and that'll be another bogey on 18, so a frustrating finish. All in all, though, a really good week for him. And it is back-to-back runners-up finishes for Mivis. Ritchie, tee shot just off the edge of the green on the drivable par 4 18. And he'll have about 3 feet left for his birdie on the 72nd hole. Mcgowan 1 over par for the round to this point. That birdie gets him back to level par for the day, though. That'll be enough for a share of 7th place for the teenager. Crowds are ready, though, to put the crown on this man's head, JC Ritchie. A closing birdie, 26 under par. He was streets ahead, back-to-back Challenge Tour wins, and JC Ritchie is your Jonsson Workwear Open champion.
Henny Otto, Stephen Tiley and David Rivetto close out the top 10. Solid performances all round. But the big prize in Durban, just as it did a week before in Cape Town, went JC's way.
2022 Jonsson Workwear Open champion, JC Ritchie.
It's amazing. I spent the whole year on the Challenge Tour last year. I know how good the guys are. We played golf courses last year where I rocked up and thought we were going to shoot 5 under as a winning score, and the guys shoot 20 under par. So to beat these guys means the world to me. It means I've definitely become a better player than I was last year.
So after 3 weeks on tour, let's see how the Road to Mallorca rankings are settling down. Slipping into that all-important 20th spot, MJ Viljoen, while just above him, after their decent showings in Durban, Ross Mcgowan and David Rivetto are both upwardly mobile too. With just over 12,000 points so far, Keenan Davids has made a promising start to the season on familiar territory. He's up to 9th. The Iceman Magnus warming up nicely, as are Mcgowan and Mivis, but steaming away at the top and overtaking Alexander Canapa, JC Ritchie. And with that, we bid farewell to Durban, departing after a week of competition and high drama. Next up on the Road to Mallorca, we head 400 miles inland to Bloemfontein, host venue to the Mcgowan Open. So join us this time next week as the quest for promotion to the DP World Tour continues.